So the hair looks good overall, but the install, yeah, we need to talk. What is up, YouTube? It is Tati here, and I'm back with another YouTube video. And in today's video, guys, I'm gonna be showing you how I got this gorgeous human crochet hairstyle. So if you guys like to see how I got this exact look, then stay tuned. Today we're using EayonHair's Burmese curl in 22 inches. They sent about 5 packs, and in each pack came about 51 strands. So right here we're starting off with freshly washed hair. As you guys can see, I just blow dried it, and I'm taking my Shine and Jam and I'm about to do my braid base. So I'm just starting off by parting in the middle, and then we're going to be leaving some leave out for this style. So I just took out a small amount of leave out, not too much and not too overwhelming, because we're gonna have to blend this in with the curls. And then I'm gonna start on my first braid. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't have a back mirror or a 3-way mirror, so I did not know what I was doing with these braids. I was literally just winging it. But basically with my entire braid pattern, I just braided straight back, and then I just took the end of each braid and connected it to every other braid that I braided, so that I could have a solid base and a solid foundation. So as you can see, I'm using my comb to just kind of count how many braids I'm going to do on each side, so I can make sure that the size was right. So I braided about 6 braids on each side, and then 1 center braid in the middle. So in total, I had about 13 braids. When it comes to your foundation, you definitely don't have to make it perfect, because obviously I heard that like the fluffier the braids are, the better the install looks. If the braids are way too neat, then it'll be easily noticeable through the crochet hair. So yeah, you definitely don't have to worry too much about making it 100% neat. But as you can see here, I'm just going on ahead and braiding it, and then I am connecting it to one big braid. Now, I did kind of realize that that one big braid was going to be way too big if I didn't connect it to the braids in the way I'm about to show you guys now. So as you can see, I'm just going on ahead and braiding it down, and then what I'm going to do is take the remaining braid at the end, and I'm just going to add it to that braid. And as you can see, when I braid it down, the braid gets a little smaller, and it just kind of comes all together. So I'm just going to do that with all of the rest of the braids, and then I will come right back to you guys. So now that I'm done with this side, I'm just going to go ahead and finish braiding down the other side off camera. And once I'm done, this is how it turned out. I'm actually really shocked by how it turned out when I saw at the back, because I was a little nervous that it was going to be too bulky and crazy, but it actually turned out pretty good. So basically, as you can see, I'm just taking the end of the very last braid, and I'm just taking my crochet needle and putting it through the braid and just kind of crocheting that braid all the way through, so that we don't have that little hang time braid and everything just lays completely flat. Once you're done with that, it should look something similar to this. Now I am starting off by crocheting the back. Now with the back, I just kind of winged it, because I didn't really know where I was starting. You know, when you crochet in crochet here, you crochet each individual braid, but I did just want to kind of start with that back bulky part, and I'm just spacing it out. I'm taking the curl, putting it on my needle, putting it through. I'm opening that loop and then putting the curls in between that loop and pulling. So it's pretty straightforward. Again, I'm just taking the curl, putting it through the needle, putting it through my braid, opening that loop and putting the curl in between the loop. And I'm just making sure I space it out and just kind of fill in the entire back part. So you guys are going to see me do that. So once I'm done filling in that back section, it should look something similar to this, and we use one full bundle for that section. And now we're on to the front section of the braids, and this is actually very easy and pretty straightforward. You're just crocheting it down to the side. So I'm just taking my needle, crocheting it through, and I'm making sure that I kind of space it out because I don't want this to be extremely full. So I kind of just want to make sure I space it out enough to where if I do feel like I need to add more pieces toward the end, I can just go back and fill it in. Also, I didn't know if I was going to run out of any hair or not, so I definitely think that spacing it out is a safer way to do the style as well, just in case. But yeah, that didn't happen. We actually ended up having more than enough hair. So yeah, I actually ended up using about 4.5 bundles in total. And yeah, so once I got towards the last braid closest to the leave out, I just make sure that I crochet them close together so that the leave out will be easier. And once I got to the back, I like to make sure that I crochet it in a downward motion. So instead of crocheting it under the braid, I like to crochet it through the braid. And this just helps to cover up my scalp so that once I'm done with the entire install, you won't see any of my scalp or any of the braids because the hair will be falling in a downward motion. And yeah, you kind of just want to crochet in a downward motion toward the back. And when you get to the left side of the hair, you want to crochet down towards the left. And then when you get to the right side of the hair, you want to crochet down toward the right. This is how everything looks once it was all done. As you can see, the coverage was looking pretty good. And then I went on ahead and filled in the rest of it, and this is how it looks. As you can see, the hair is very big and it's full of volume. And yeah, this is how the back look. I definitely wanted to make sure I show you guys the back part. And now it is time for the defining section. So I'm just taking some water and some curling cream and just putting it throughout the hair. I definitely like to take a generous amount of product and just lather it on there and then brush it out. And as you can see, these curls are super defined, so we love that. Again, I'm just taking my spray bottle and putting some curling cream on there and then brushing it out so that those spirals at the bottom could appear. And now I'm just going on ahead and taking my leave out so that we can go in with the blending process. I'm just parting it down the middle and taking some Curl Talk freezing gel. This is just going to harden my curls and kind of make my curls be a little bit more defined. And this product also helps with shrinkage as well. So I'm just going in and taking it one by one and twisting it around with my fingers. And once you're done with that, it should look something similar to this. It started to blend in a little more, but I felt like I had to do a little bit more work. So I ended up just doing the other side, and this is how it looks. And then I'm just going to take my diffuser and kind of just start diffusing it. Now, the diffusing process takes forever. Okay, it took about 30 minutes in order for my hair to be diffused, and I did end up letting it air dry, and this is how it looks. So I'm crossing my fingers right now, guys, because I have to cut it and shape it and do all of that. So I definitely made sure I cut it shorter, and I put a scrunchie on it just so that I can cut it evenly. And then I just kind of wanted to angle cut it just to give it some layers. And I'm not too big on cutting, guys, but I tried my best. So after I cut it, I just put a little bit more product on it. And as you can see, guys, that top part was not blending in like I wanted it to. So I laid my edges, and it definitely helped out a lot. But in the review, I'm going to show you guys the things that I did off camera, because the installation process was definitely simple and straightforward. But y'all, that blending process, it was a little bit of a task. So yeah, guys, this is how it looks once it's done. So now that we are done with the installing process, it is time for this review. So first things first, of course, this hair is from EayonHair. I used their Burmese curl in 22 inches. It came with about 5 bundles, and each bundle had about 50 to 51 strands of hair. First things first, straight out of the packaging, the hair was definitely gorgeous, pretty, and defined. It was very shiny, and the curls were consistent across all 5 bundles. Also didn't have any problems with any smell or anything, so I love that. Now when it came to installing the hair, it was pretty straightforward and simple, like you guys saw in the last clips. So yeah guys, this is day 2 hair. The hair just looks way more natural and way full and just overall better in my opinion. So after the last clip that you've seen, I did do a little bit of construction off camera. So I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what I did to get it to look halfway decent. So when the curls were wet, I did let it air dry for a little bit, and then I came back and diffused it as you guys saw on camera. And then after that, it was getting super late, so I ended up just braiding it into 4 braids, and I put my bonnet on and slept overnight and just kind of let it dry. When I took the braids down, my hair was dry. It was definitely moisturized from the product that I put on it, and my curls were also blending in better with the hair because the braids allowed it to be a little bit more consistent with the human crochet hair, so that definitely helped out a lot. But I did go back and take my curls and I just kind of lifted it up and blow dried it and stretched it out a little bit more as well, so that it can be more stretched out with the curls as well, because you can kind of see that line of demarcation where my hair stopped. So I was just kind of trying to smooth it out a little bit and blow dry my curls to make it a little longer, but y'all, it ended up still turning out cute. I also did go in with a hot comb and a flat iron to kind of flat iron my roots. It helped it a lot with just making it stand out a little more, and also laying my edges, these front edges, and then just kind of laying the sides of my edges. Leaving edges out in general definitely helped a lot with just making it blend in and kind of giving it that Burmese curl wig-like effect. So basically what you would do on a wig, I just did on my natural hair, and yeah, I actually really love the result and just how it came out. It definitely was a process, but y'all, we got it. So if you like that wash and go look or a big and defined style, then you're definitely gonna love this hair because it definitely gives that volume. I will say it's a little more hands-on, so if you're used to wash and go looks or just working with curly hair, this will definitely be easier for you. But if you're new to curly styles, just know that you might have to take your time with the blending and shaping and just working with it and just getting it how you like. Obviously, you don't have to leave any hair out. I definitely just left some hair out just to give it a little bit more of a natural look. But if you don't want any leave out at all, you can obviously just braid that leave out and crochet it in and you'll be good to go. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all for this review. Overall, I do think that this is great quality hair, and yeah, you obviously just have to work around with it a little bit. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching this video if you guys made it to the end, and I will see you guys in my next YouTube video.